Assalamualaikum dear students, how are you? I am your science teacher. I hope you all will be fine. Today we are going to start our new chapter, which is chapter number 3, the periodic table. Topic is the periodic table and page number is 32 and 33. As you listen the name periodic table, so many questions will be arises in your mind that what is periodic table, why we call it periodic table, what is periods, what are groups, why we use periodic table, and why we need to make periodic table. So today we are going to discuss all these questions that arises in your mind. So number one question is why we call it periodic table. Why we call it periodic table? Why we not call any other name for this? So we call it periodic table due to its arrangement. As you ever pick up your periodic table and you can see your periodic table is arranged in array form. This is a tabular display made up of so much columns and rows. So basically what is period? The horizontal rows which goes from left to right is known as period. And what is group? The vertical columns which going from up to down is known as groups. There are 8 groups and 8 periods in periodic table. Second is why we use periodic table. So we use periodic table to get any element quickly and easily with their atomic number and atomic mass. And in periodic table you can see all the elements are presented in symbolic form, means hydrogen is represented as only H with its atomic number and atomic mass, carbon is represented by only C with its atomic number and atomic mass, and calcium is represented by Ca with its atomic number and atomic mass. In elements we can represent our symbol in 1 letter or 2 letters only. So this is about periodic table, that why we need periodic table, why we call it periodic table. Now we are going to discuss that what is basically periodic table. So periodic table is also known as periodic table of elements because it is made up of elements. It's a tabular display of a chemical elements which are arranged by atomic number and atomic mass and their chemical properties. This is about periodic table, and now we are going to discuss your classwork task. This is your classwork. You have to write it down in your notebooks, and I will check your notebooks on Saturday. You have to send your notebooks on Saturday. So this is your first question. Write down the group numbers of carbon, oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur. When you open your book and you can see your periodic table, so carbon will be present in group 4, nitrogen will be present in group 5, oxygen is present in group 6 and sulfur is present in group 6. Sulfur and oxygen are group members. So you have to note it down in your notebook. And your second question is, what do the elements in these groups have in common? Alkali metals, halogens and noble gases. You have to note it down, their common things. Okay. So number first, alkali metals. What is alkali metals? They belong to group 1 in periodic table, as they have only 1 electron in their outermost shell because they belongs to group 1. In the elements of group 1 have the ability to attain only 1 electron in their outermost shell. They are metals which are soft and react voluntarily with water. Now we are going to talk about halogens. That what are the halogens? They belong to group 7 of periodic table. As they belong to group 7, so we know that they have 7 electrons in their outermost shell. They are colored poisonous gases that are very reactive. So it was about alkali metals and halogens. Now we are going to talk about noble gases, that what are noble gases and from which group they are related. They all belong to group 8 of periodic table. They do not react because their outermost electronic shell is completely full. Completely full means they have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. So students, this is your classwork. You have to note it down in your classwork copy. And now we are going to talk about your homework. This is your homework. You have to note it down in your notebook. Aluminium is represented by Al2713. Al is its symbolic representation. Al is represented for aluminium. 27 and 13 is its atomic number and atomic mass. So your question number 1 is, what do 13 and 27 represent? 13 and 27 represent atomic number or atomic mass of aluminium. Maybe 13 represents atomic number, maybe 27 represents atomic number. You know very well. It is your homework, so you have to solve it by yourself. Your second question is, the number of particles in aluminium are number of protons, number of electrons and number of neutrons. As you know that protons are positively charged and electrons are negatively charged, where neutrons are neutral in nature, means they have no charge. So it is all about periodic table, and I discussed your classwork and your homework, so you have to note it down in your notebook.